There's something peaceful about the moon. A place where there is no major... Yeah, there's no concentration camps getting built in the Florida Everglades on the moon. There's no bigoted fascists stripping health insurance from the people I know and love and care about on the moon. There's no bizarre obsession with some imagined bodily integrity up on the moon. There's no It's been a while since we've had a 14 stream because Saturdays have been busy for me in the month of June. Pride events all over the place. Halabali is talking at me in game chat, but I'm sitting here in this G pose, unable to see whatever responses get sent because... I don't know, it's just... I feel like I need to yap. There was a moment earlier this month when I felt I needed to yap because Rosenkreutz had just done a video on egg discourse that was one of the most obliviously transmisogynistic things I've seen. And I only watched like the first 2 minutes before I had to just stop and go, no, if I continue watching this, I will never respect this creator again. So I just need to stop. And I was going to watch it on stream and yap about it. And my bestie reminded me of something I say sometimes, that it takes a certain hubris to think that people care what you have to say. Especially when it's enough to, like, make a video about something. But I really feel like that video kind of embodies where I wish we were at with trans stuff. Like, something like that video wouldn't anger me as much if I weren't staring at a constant barrage of political persecution and judicial bullshit. Like, goodness gracious, what do we even run down in the last month? Scrimetti came down from the Supreme Court. So it is now illegal for states to discriminate against trans people in healthcare. They didn't say that outright. They said, it's fine for this trans youth law to go forward because basically it bans gender-affirming care for minors, for men and women. So, trans men and trans women, both of them are punished, so there's no discrimination. And the distinction of trans to cis is not itself a protected class. Like, what trans protections exist rely upon sex protections. The idea that you can't punish... Basically, a trans woman's rights are oft amounted to the government saying, yeah, but you can't punish a man for being womanly. Which, it's wrong. It's not what's going on here. But it was good enough. until it wasn't. And I feel like I'm such a selfish bitch when I dwell on this when there's other issues, right? Because, yeah, that happened. Yeah, Mahmoud V. Taylor came down and said that you can keep your kids out of LGBT topics at your school education. So, hi, if you hate gay people, you don't have to let your kids learn about them. The teacher has to warn you. And then you can take your kid out of school. Yay. Thank you, Mahmoud. And you know that they're being cynical little bitches about that one, right? Because that's like a whole Moms for Liberty backed thing. It's in Maryland. I had to part of a political coalition we were building fell apart because of that, because like the Moms for Liberty people managed to convince a Muslim to take the lead. So it's Muslim religious liberty, not lunatic weirdo Christian bullshit, but it's like it still embodies that same worldview that has no interest in learning about God's creation, no interest in looking at the beautiful vastness of the world and seeing reflected within it divinity. The sort of perverts, and I call them perverts, the sorts of perverts who want to take divinity and beauty and turn them into tools for control. They're all the same. It doesn't matter if they dance around wearing Christian sheepskin or Muslim sheepskin or Buddhist sheepskin. They're all just wolves of profanity. Like, not in like, oh my gosh, they're swearing, but like in that spiritual sense of the sacred and the profane. They're wolves of profanity, twisting the sacred to their own power and glory, and it's so depressing. And we have no rule of law. The rule of law is gone and dead. There is no legal protection in these United States, but for the rich, Supreme Court said so. There can be no universal injunctions against blatantly criminal acts. But in my life, at least, I've had some good things happen. You know, I had a good time tabling all my Pride events. You know, we grew our coalition. We found some people who were kind of tired of how mainstream liberals are kind of not facing reality and are like, we'll give socialism a go. Let's talk to you. And then we talked to them and we're just like straightforward and explained what we go on about. And people are like, hey, that's actually pretty cool. Because it turns out a lot more people are socialists than are willing to admit it, because it's a scary word and it conjures up images of gulags and Stalin and tanks and such. But all it is at the end of the day is saying, hey, this world that we live in, it's not some dream, it's not some story. People live in it. I live in it, you live in it, we all live in the world, and we all need shit to live. You know, we need food, we need clothes, we need shelter, we need community, and none of that stuff happens without work. And sometimes that work is the back-breaking work of digging a ditch or hucking a package. Sometimes it's the grinding your teeth into a nub, screaming at the computer work of trying to get some new system deployed so that, you know, people don't have to put as much effort into doing other works. Sometimes it's, you know, just making a bit of art or serving your community a beer. And all of that requires work, right? And all that it is, all that socialism is acknowledging that nothing in the world happens but that someone works to do it. Money doesn't make shit happen. Work makes shit happen. You know, ideology doesn't make shit happen. Work shit makes shit happen. You know, and the world should work for the people who do the work in it. And I'm so sorry to the Elon Musks and Jeff Bezoses of the world, but you don't fucking matter. You don't do shit. You know, maybe very early on Bezos did stuff with Amazon. I don't know. I wasn't in that garage. But nowadays, in the boardroom, I've been in boardrooms. I know what goes on in boardrooms. And I know what happens afterwards. The CEOs make some grand, delusional statements, and everyone under them goes, okay, so how do we keep the lights on? Because we need to get paid. How do we keep going? And make them feel like they got their delusion, because what they're asking for is impossible. Because CEOs are fucking, they don't do shit. Their leadership is a figurehead at best. I don't know, it's just so depressing. But I had some fun at Pride. And my girlfriend moved in, and my kids are here, and they're all in the other room. Right before I hit go on stream, Cass brought me a big thing of water, and I'm like, yay, I'm also gonna grab a Monster, because I need to focus. So, you know, things are going okay in my life. My work from home accommodation got approved, at least for a few months. It's not long enough, but we'll see what happens at the next stage. You know, professionally, I seem to be doing all right and getting settled in. Financially, could always be better. But it's all just hanging over me that they built a literal concentration camp in Florida. Stacks and stacks of bunks surrounded by chicken wire on a barely poured foundation in a swamp. And you see the pictures of that side by side with what like Auschwitz looked like before everything got online, and it's like, it's literally just a concentration camp. And you can see people like Laura Loomer going, hell yeah, 65 million people gonna go to the swamp. And I don't remember the exact number she said, but it was the number of Latino American people in the US. And it's just like, the fuck you on about? Why are you people like this? Like, and then McBride, like, well, maybe we went too far. Like, what? We didn't go anywhere. Over the course of 80 years, we minded our own business, worked with doctors, worked with our communities to come up with standards of care that weren't driven by fucking perverts like Money and fucking John Money's on my head these days because I found out he lives relatively close to me and he's still alive, and it's like, you fucked over generations of trans women. I feel inclined to do some things, but I have the good fortune of knowing people IRL who have done the things that I am inclined to do with that information, and it just puts my heart at peace to know that someone is making sure that that old pervert is having a tough time of it after he ruined so many lives. But it feels so nothing, and then I can't move as well as I'd like to, so I can't do things to help like I would like to do. And I don't know. I don't know where the next couple of years are gonna go. I have a nagging feeling I'm gonna be fine. But I'm a cockroach. I'm always fine. Anywho, hit this button. Oh no, it didn't take like I was hoping it would. My dramatic transition failed.
Ruined.
Nothing.
Oh dear.
Anyway, I am on the moon. Absolutely nothing has changed. We are exactly where we left off. In outfit, in fashion, in friends. Is it just me, or did you get shorter, Halabali? Hoorah!
Something's different about you.
I forgot the uppies emote. Give me uppies! Give me uppies!
Sorry, the slide is a one-seater. Where's the griffin?
I've missed you two so much. This is... I've been having a nice time, but I've missed you too. I've missed the internets, and I've missed the sense of innocence.
Oh, don't we all?
Anyway, now that we've got that downer out of the way, we're on the moon, and we've killed God! Now we get to go get that final cutscene that you get at the end of the game, and everything will be happy ever after, and it's just going to be some sort of silliness for the rest of the way to level 90, right?
Roll the credits.
You know, I just had a thought. They made Zodiac to prevent the final days. What happens if he's gone?
That sounds like consequences to our actions, and I don't like the idea of our actions having consequences. I'm sure we're gonna zoom out and zoom up so that I can actually click the watcher. I'm sure we're gonna talk to this nice, tall gentleman, and he's gonna say, good job, and he's gonna give us treats, and nothing bad will happen ever. I will get a new weapon, though. See? Rewards. Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surrounds is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share, you see. I sensed others arriving not long ago. Through my communions with Heidelin have grown infrequent. I've learned enough from her to know these are your comrades. And as luck would have it, they've already reached my abode. Come, let us join them. No. We killed Zodiac. No. I'm not going to permit you to say, Halabali, that Zodiac pulled a Xenos. I have risen up. I have gone to the moon. I have killed God. I am the apex predator of the universe. And there are no consequences. So I'll just ride my totally Lalafell self up this tower, and everything will be fine.
This knot wasn't worth months of grinding.
Hello, Mr. Watcher. Yes, they are indeed the three I sensed. Hi, Thancred. Dare I ask what happened before we arrived? I killed Zodiac, we're fine. Game over. May we presume this being is a native of the moon? I don't think so, actually. I think that he's from the surface. This has been up here a really long time. Stola. Hey. Oh, thank goodness you're unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the Tempered before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. The contingent's healers had their hands full tending the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. Lest you wonder, Mistress Kryl hath also been delivered unto their care. Serving as a conduit for Heidelin's power hath taken its toll, but she will recover in due course. As for Alphino and Alice, they insisted on remaining in Garlemald, while we three rushed to your aid. It appears, however, matters have already come to a conclusion. What manner of conclusion, if I may ask? And is this the ally whom Heidelin bade you seek out? He's not unlike the Shades of Amarat. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Heidelin together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiac, or rather, it was my duty. I killed God! I'm so catty about it. I'm like, rawr, I killed God. Look at how awesome I am. Then Zodiac is no more? Mm-hmm. I don't like that word, Watcher. You get that dirty word out your mouth. And not without consequence, I'm afraid. For now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of... Are you all right? My attempts to forestall Zodiac's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I'll share with you all I can. Oh, please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? May we peruse them while we wait? By all means. If you'd review them chronologically, might I suggest beginning with those on the upper floor? That will give you... I'll leave that to you, Gobo, while I see what I can be gleaned from the crystals on the lower levels. Mwah!
Wait, lower levels? I thought...
Like where we are now, Ishtola doesn't want to walk up the stairs. Game's like, we need to pad the runtime by having you go upstairs. And Ishtola's like, Gobo can do that. I am gonna wait down here. Oh, I see you there, Halabali, helping Ishtola with her research. Oh, I suppose I should talk to everyone. I'm having some control issues. Right on, Cred. Zodiac defeated. While he may have been in an incomplete state, it's nonetheless an impressive feat. Oh, I know what happened. I got rid of my box, so it's not angled, and I'm not pushing the things hard enough. I can fix that. Thank you, Nuria, for your book. It will give me a slight angle on my laptop so that I can hit my keys more readily. Well, he may have been in an incomplete state. That's nonetheless an impressive feat. Thank you, Thancred. I appreciate you appreciating what I've done without all this talk, a yap about consequences and the star. Thank you. Thank you for seeing that I am awesome. But even if you hadn't, his demise was inevitable. Vandania would have seen to it one way or another. Don't! You were doing so well. That said, he probably would have wielded Zodiac's power to wreak untold destruction before taking his own life, making this the better of two unfavorable outcomes. See, I was right. I'm always right. People need to respect me more. Dost thou suppose our host hath maintained his solitary vigil since the very beginning without rest or relief? If so, these records comprise the sum total of his existence. We must needs handle them with care. Meow.
Moon.
Dimly glowing crystal. Give me your secrets. As you gaze in the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary. No abnormalities detected. Daily summary. No abnormalities detected. Daily summary. No abnormalities detected. These appear to be records of a long, lonely vigil dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. Ah, don't you love logs?
Oh dear, how much is this the same?
Hopefully all of it, but we know it's not going to be that way because something went wrong. Logs are going to be the most boring thing ever in good times.
Let's just scroll quickly through these.
Yeah, we're just going to look for any abnormalities. As you gaze, knowledge of past calamities flows through your mind. The records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiac's thirst for freedom grew, as did their strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiac's imprisonment appears to tax Heidelin greatly. Oh, no, because, like, a log is, like, a reference of what's going on with the machine. So, you know, in ordinary operation, the logs should be repetitive and dull because they're listing what goes wrong so that you can fix them. Like, this isn't like a historical story where we're going to start reading about the great accomplishments of the artists who flourish in times of peace. No, this is going to be like the computer going, packet successful, packet successful, packet successful, and then we're going to get a massive trace dump from one of these crystals. And it's going to be like bad. As you gaze in the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flows your mind. Records describe the Watcher's efforts to repair in the event of Zodiac breaking free from his prison. Records go on to describe a maintenance carried out regularly with the Loporrits. It was not clear who or what they are. Those are the bunnies, right? That people post pictures of on the internet?
I don't like them.
I love them.
As you gaze in the crystal, a record of unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon. Clearly not for the first time. It's clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize he would never dare bring harm to Zodiac, as long as he remains in prison. Why would we not dare harm Zodiac? That is ominous and makes me think of consequences. Watcher? A moment longer, my friend. Okay. Well, since we're giving you a moment longer, Pillar of Industry. What do you have? Probably stuff that I'm going to get in a moment.
I'll have to look at that later.
Something I hope I get in a moment. That's cute. Oh my god. Stola. How's the wall? Did we learn anything of import? I got implications of consequences, and I don't like it. It's as we suspected. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. This would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral Calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Heidelin. When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he meant the facility. Truly, Heidelind's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. Heidelin made the moon. Ooh. Do you ever want to lick the data crystals?
Not really.
They look like rock candy.
Don't know that you mentioned it.
Thank
I
you.
just really want candy.
Well, Watcher's ready. Reprise is done.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiac and his imprisonment, but perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Theris, the only world before the Sundering. Wah goes the earth, and it changes life. Well, that sounds not good. So, at first the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
Device. Yes, we're familiar with aether currents.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
The weak currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Uh-oh. That I don't like the sound of. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. Like, I did what Hydaelyn asked me to do. Don't blame me for killing him. Okay, fair, but like... Okay, again, fair, but maybe...
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
I don't want to sit here through him going, mwah. Bring ruin to the source, and reflections will share its fate. There we go. We don't need to listen to him go wah wah wah, even though it's nice. It's too long.
But then everything's gonna get undone, isn't it?
Please say the ready thing is a good thing. Okay, we can go with you. But again, I feel like Heidelin should have had more clarity in her instructions, considering that she knew that she was giving them to a bloodthirsty sociopath with a scythe. Hello. That's new.
Yes, but what is it?
Thank you, Stola. Heidelin's always struggled to keep Zodiac at bay. Zodiark. Ugh. She feared the worst and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. This moon is more than a prison. It's a vessel capable of bearing the people of Aetheris to safe harbor.
Oh dear.
Wait, the moon's a spaceship?
That's no.
You need not go far to find its pilots. I should be happy to take you to them. And fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the Dark. Oh, thank you, Watcher in the Dark. Seriously, the moon's a fucking spaceship? What? Oh, I forgot. I got a weapon.
Yay.
Got Halabali there going consequences. Like, man. Okay. A Bismuth War Scythe. I think I like my Scythe of the Round more. Stola. It may be true, but others would struggle to believe it, and I scarcely believe it myself. Okay, but you don't blame me for killing a god when they put a god in front of me, right? You're not... You look judgy, Ishtola. Please don't be judgy. Halabali, you're not judgy, are you?
Nope.
Yay. Tancred. The moon's a ship? Well, now I've heard everything. Rianje. I should very much like to hear more of this extraordinary story. Yes, but I kind of wish he'd speak like Eorzean instead of this rabble, so that I don't have to translate. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater is at the heart of Mare Lamentorum, where Zodiac was imprisoned. It's not so easily traversed. Let's call upon Argos, the familiar whom you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across. As Heidelin created me as the jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, yet he's nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of Aethers affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand and attempt to call upon him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you'll find your way. If he labors in service to Hydaelyn's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand, then? Loud quest accepted music. Okay. Wee. Maybe there's something over there.
There's just so much going on here.
I like the moon. The moon is peaceful. But yeah, I don't like this talk of consequences.
Of course, it'll never be as simple as just get rid of the pig guy and then it'll stop.
Yeah. Now, how do I actually go? Over this way, I think.
There should be like a small bridge.
I see it. I'm not getting the responsivity I'd like from my keyboard today for some reason. See, I know where you get that mount from. I know where you get that mount, Halabali. I know where you've been. You've gone ahead and done Hildebrand without us.
Bow wow. Bow wow. Bow wow.
Okay, is there an Aether Compass nearby? North. I have a feeling that I'm going to have to do Aether Currents on my own time. I see you. I see them. Yay. With a little preparation, it might be possible to traverse the gap on foot. Then again, it'd be a long, long way down if one should slip. Perhaps another time. Stola! So close yet so far. Does not the harsh terrain remind you of somewhere we've been before? The Dravanian Forelands. I've got something under my desk I wasn't expecting. There. Okay. Dravanian Forelands, a place that rejects the intrusion of outsiders, where solitude reigns supreme. There, at least, it sounds suitable for Zodiark's prison. Actually, this makes me think more of the Empty out in, like, the Burn. It makes me think more of the Burn than the Dravanian Forelands, but sure. Oriange? Naught could prepare me for the boundless beauty of Aetheris, shining, shimmering amidst a sea of stars. A blue sapphire, and but one of countless other jewels brimming with life, no doubt. Oriange's having a moment. The place we seek is just ahead, at the Chloris Fagrot. As you see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient aether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Into the darkness. Go. Into the Chlorophyllgrot. Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar spongoi draw aether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the Spoon guy along? Okay. Apparently we're gonna fill sponges with ether.
Poor doggy.
Hi, doggo. I'm rearranging things on my desk because we moved as part of getting Cass in, which has meant that things are not quite exactly where I want them for stream. There we go.
I'm expecting a hard drive later.
Ooh. She drive on my hard till I later?
Oh dear.
Argos manifests in a flash. It's Argos! Well, Argos is glad to see me. See, I knew I was doing what Hydaelyn wanted. Argos wouldn't love me otherwise. I cannot recall when last he showed such affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it's more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. Puppy girls know puppy girls. As for your companions... unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we're all ready. Then let's return outside that you may cross the chasm. Yay! Doggo! And the moon is still fucking gorgeous. Just look at that shit. Not so good. Even if it's broken, it's still cute.
I just really like looking at stars.
Argos. Arfar, a conspiratorial grin from Argos. Dalamud has long been described as the loyal hound of Menfina due to its relation to the Greater Moon. It seems highly improbable, if not impossible, for ancient peoples to have known of Argos. Now I wonder whether there's some connection. I was expecting something a little more intimidating and less man's best friend. Oh, shove it. To whom wouldst Hydaelyn entrust the command of so grand a vessel, I wonder? Somebody grand and glorious. Your destination is a structure there across the cradle of darkness. But climb onto Argos' back and he'll take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiark's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Shola. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side. So perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once? I propose the two of us cross first, while Thancred and Urianger wait here. Okay. The two of us alone. Hi, Stola. A majestic aether yet permeates remnants of Zodiark, most like. Tell me more, girl. Just a little further. Me when I redacted for compliance with Twitch standards. Structure is enormous. Well, that's hardly surprising given the size of the average Amoranite. Apologies for the wait. Right then, let's head inside and... Oh? Most intriguing. A means by which he conserveth energy, maybe. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Stay here where it's safe, alright? If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. Good boy, Argos, good boy. Now, we approach. With this being as big as it is, I look forward to meeting the assuredly just as large maintainers of this facility. There's an aetherite here, thank goodness. Truly a marvel beyond description, says Urianger. Its scale is reminiscent of Amarat, or rather, the replica we visited on the first. Thancred.
Pretty fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Bum, bum, ba-da.
Oh dear.
You know what? If the consequences are cute bunnies, I think I'm fine with the consequences.
Look into those eyes, and I feel like they're gonna suck my soul out.
Oh my god, that one's sleeping. Okay, they're cute. They're so cute. I want to beat them with hammers. Oh my god.
Look lively, everyone!
Oh no, they're British.
I know. This 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Aetheris to safety. Our time is come, my friends. We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate, and don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No?
I have a strong
Maybe
urge
so?
to punch
No?
one.
Then hop to it!
"'Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Well, that's a lot of experience for walking across the moon. Stola. I find Ryanji's reasoning somewhat flimsy, but the crew seems amicable enough. Given the present crisis, Heidelin doubtless sought to facilitate cooperation twixt pilot and passenger. Indeed, 'twould require a heart as hard as diamond to raise one's voice in anger to beings possessed of such profound saccharinity. They must be the Loperates mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not all of what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one that gave the rousing speech was their leader, but we might have to ask about in order to track him down. Come on then, let's be about it.
This ramp is way too steep.
I see an aetherite. Yay, aetherite obtained.
Wait.
And there's a gemstone trader. Hi, Trading Way. Saw the fun the traders on Aethers were getting up to, and I thought to myself, hey, I could do that. So here I am, eagerly awaiting your patronage and bicolor gemstones. Cool. Hello, Chipper Loperet. Oh my god, music. Leader of the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Singing Way's the name. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Aetheris, and that's a promise. Okay, I kind of love them. Stola! Such a fascinating apparatus, though it's hard to believe it could house so many crew members. Even so, there's nothing else here to suggest other types of accommodation. Did you not see that they were in pods? Are we gonna get pods? Do we get to go in the pod and eat the bug?
Okay, the clothes are nice.
Hi, Guiding Way. Need some help with something? I'm busy attending duties at the moment. Well, you keep your job up, cutie pie. Hi, Weaving Way. What do you think of our clothing? I'll have you know the mastermind behind its design. It fits. Leader? No. Sleeping Way, my job is... perhaps I'd better ask.
Boosting Way.
I was hoping that the mender would be named Mending Way and the junk vendor would be named Junkie Way. Oh my, but isn't this exciting? I've never seen one of your kind up so close before. Would you mind if I take some measurements of your body? Just for reference, of course. Go right ahead. There you go. Sufficient? I hope so. Snappy lupperets. What? How in the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. Leader? Ah, yes, look further. I'm the one you seek. Very well, looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them? A group comprised entirely of children? What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery after all, though perhaps we should build one. What if we build one already? No matter, you needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing around gawping. I must take you to meet the others. I'm not a child, though. If you run along back toward the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's the large glowing ball in the center, if you find yourselves lost. I'll gather the others and meet you there. Well then, back to the upper floor it is.
Well, considering the Amarat replica...
Yeah. We'll
Maybe
need
they were
to...
expecting something taller.
I need to represent to everyone that I am not child by riding my behemoth. See? I am not child. I am
Doggy.
rar.
Okay, but seriously, these ramps are too steep.
I have a feeling we're going to be having to have some discussions about the logistics of this particular situation. Because if they expect us to be that size, the size of, like, the Amarat people, there's going to be problems.
We'll be able to reach the high shelves.
Yeah. And if we can't reach the beds, how will we cuddle in them? Wobbling way. Oh dear, I hadn't expected to meet a people person here before. Whatever shall I do? I'm a people person. Stola? The etheric composition and density of the sphere is quite similar to the crystalline concepts we've seen before. It likely shares their capacity for storing memories and knowledge. It is astounding how the Leporites, despite their diminutive stature, are able to maintain such a gargantuan facilities. Given their size, getting from one end of the place to the other must be exhausting. I don't know how they do it. Visitors, at last, welcome.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Leporites, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Etheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Moving Ways, the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Aetherius, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration.
I did that!
Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. Here, we have Aetherius, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Aetherius, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Aetherius is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Aetherius, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Easier said than done. For one does not simply hop
Bless-
from star to
no.
star on a whim, which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Okay, so we don't actually have a plan to
Impressive
fix
technology.
this.
I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Heidelin.
And was Heidelin a spaceship engineer?
Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to
Wait.
determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Heidelin! And I came up here on my own damn business to kill Zodiark.
Heidelin herself led you here.
To kill Zodiark?
Don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
We're not?
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
Nope, the Watcher's more of an exception
You're
now.
saying everyone's not like the Watcher. Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Aetheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book,
Oh boy.
is it? Building way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes,
Oh
all of
man,
them.
I would
And
hate to be that
to it
person
with
on that
all
end.
speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not
Oh, I
risk
would have
any
been
other
so pissed
complications
if I was
due to
receiving
outdated
that
knowledge of our
order.
passengers to be.
Sure. My fashion sense at the present moment is the standard on the world, so really you should make sure that everyone has outfits like this at all times.
Bonk.
Hey.
He was already known from the other books.
Do I have enough? I do. Okay. Let's go ahead and put on our space shirt. There. Now you can't bonk me. See, I'm wearing a shirt now with a high collar that protects me in space from whatever is going to be attacking my neck in space. Living Way, what's going to attack my neck in space? Right then, now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people. My girlfriend just attacked me, bit my neck on stream.
Oh my.
Hawk and Odetseg Ura and Halabali Vanna.
Heyo.
Now that you're here, we need you to teach... now that we... No, I'm good. Thank you. Now that Cass is gone, I can read the line without her thinking I'm talking at her. Right then, now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. Won't be long before the final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it's imperative that we are prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there's anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here at Bestways Borough, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite. Let's begin with foodstuffs. Meet me at the Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies.
Oh, if whoever's delivering these goods that I think it is, I'm gonna be upset.
She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of Aether's rotting to its core being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nonetheless, let's take this opportunity to learn more about the Loporrits and the vessel.
Our taste buds will be doomed.
Yeah, let's go make sure that they have something to eat other than carrots.
Not what I meant, but okay.
Bonk.
Oh, dang it. Don't look up.
I love when you can jump off of a high place to get to the lower place. Get skewered! Haha. Get lanced, UFO.
Where'd you get that mount?
I think you get that in the upcoming Hildebrand story. Also...
No, I meant you.
Me?
The robot thing.
I don't remember. I think it's just like a time reward. Also, it's gay. The gay crystal. Just like Eden.
Oh, I see it.
Got all of them. This is so nice. Really? I think that the people are going to be fine. Like, I think Living Way needs to take a chill pill. Hast thou spied the peculiar sentinels patrolling the vicinity? Approach them with caution, or better yet not at all, for they make no distinction between friend or foe. That's something to fix. Am I the only one who suspects we're not going to find anything edible whatsoever?
Oh boy, you too, Thancred.
Given their earlier confusion regarding our size, I cannot help but wonder if they even know the first thing about us. You're a lot smaller than we expected. I trust you still have large appetites, yes? Oh, yes, indeed. Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cooking Way! Pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error. But after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we've created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy, balanced diet from the reference materials we've received. Why, I've practically worn the words from these invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up. And we're all quite famished. Hop along to the platforms here. You'll find a storage unit filled to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like.
They gotta make these steps smaller.
Hop. Hop.
They're all carrots. Let's see. Let's see, the peculiar blue carrot, the yellow.
Well, here's a conundrum. Here's a conundrum. Which carrots should we eat? No, iron carrots first. We won't get far without bulging some things. This doesn't require debate. We've work to do, so quit dragging your feet and get to it.
Alright, fine. I'll try the blue carrot out of morbid curiosity.
You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Unassuming orange, peculiarly looking blue, vibrant yellow, ominous crimson. Ominous crimson carrot. The soft texture and redolent aroma of this crimson creation belie its staggering weight. The excessive length and girth only compound the mystery, leaving you perplexed as to the nature of this carrot.
Mint? The blue carrot smells like mint? Ew, no.
On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it's safe to eat first.
Yeah, I'll take the crimson carrot. Let's see.
I'm not allowed to shove the throbbing red carrot down my gullet. This is a dystopian nightmare of a spaceship. Cooking Way, let me deep throat the red carrots. Did any of our selections set your mouth watering?
Maybe I should take a look at the rest of the
This obscenely large, throbbing red carrot. Ah, yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please, dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Okay. Nom 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 nom. Carrot is oddly tender, but as you begin to chew, a rich aroma fills your nostrils. Newfound vigor begins to well within you. The rumbling of your stomach, however, suggests it may simply be indigestion. Well, what you think? Unlike anything you ever tasted, yes?
In a sense.
The iron carrot can be a bit difficult to digest, but the boost to endurance it promises makes it a perfect meal before a day of heavy lifting. We have plenty of other varieties, too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. You see, we have a carrot for every occasion.
But I don't even like carrots.
What the hell is this, Charlian? Charlian? What the blazes is that? I take it you two had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and naught else?
You know, that does sound like a Charlene cuisine.
Yeah. If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on Aetheris? Surely you're aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Oh, of course we are, but, well, it was only quite recently we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first. Imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we'd have been at a loss for where to begin. So we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single, perfect food. It's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? Well, you mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare carrots in other ways. But our primary concern was efficiency, and what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? A rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we're all named in the old tongue, you know, the otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. And after we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language. Adverbs, gerunds, present continuous verb conjugations, just the basics. Then we found the items related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thy kind deem such a change necessary? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Aetheris as well, you'll want to be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Till such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it appears there's naught but carrots on the menu.
I don't even like carrots. Especially raw carrots. They make my mouth itch.
I know. I have had a brilliant fashion. I cannot apply glamour plates here? The spaceship is hell. The spaceship is hell.
Oh yeah, we're technically in a combat zone.
The spaceship is hell. Living way. Explain yourself.
Oh, clothing production.
I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities. Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way.
These steps are too big.
I gathered that, Holabali, but still. I wanna be able to apply glamour plates anywhere.
Nope, this is the wrong way. Ow.
And I trusted you. I trusted you, Ura. Stola. Do you suppose the clothes they prepared will be as grossly oversized as the carrots? Oh no, we'll have to go naked. Garments born of the heavens, crafted with methods ancient and forgotten, dress befitting we who walk in shade, stewards of the esoteric. Okay, Urianger is going to be happy with whatever they give him. Hardly seems sun-soaked tapestries, but perhaps we'll be pleasantly surprised. Living way. Give me something sexy. Here we are, the apparel production section. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for the task, creation magics. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the self-same affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I'll regale you with the details another time.
Is that why we need crystals when we craft items?
That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized aether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra viz we needed. My, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You'll be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has to be taken into account with our designs. Why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers and they'll see to the rest. Sure.
Okay.
Hello, workers. Give me something sexy and movable so that I can murder with ease, because that is my only skill set. That's not true. I'm getting pretty okay at crafting, too.
Let me think.
Hello. Ah, it's you. One of the visitors from Aetheris. Goodness me, Mapping Way wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Alright, you're out here to try on a set of clothes, right? What would you have me fashion for you today? Something sexy and dangerous that embodies my bloodlust.
Do I want something fashionable or simple?
Embodies your what? This will only take a moment. There we are, all finished. A perfect fit if I say so myself. I'd be lying if I said I understood what bloodlust is, but I assume it's something you enjoy. I made certain the clothes are flexible, yet sturdy enough to endure whatever it is you plan to do while wearing them.
Well, at least it fits.
Would you look at that? Speechless. And there I thought you might not like it. If you have a mind to say something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You'll change back if you move too far away. Speak with the restless Loperit to restore or prolong the garment change. Oh, and the clothes only last 30 minutes at a time. This is hell.
No.
I mean, though this is brilliant. This is perfect. It's fine. Just, you know, don't tell anyone about the 30-minute time limit and make sure that they're wearing their cute underwear under it. And everything will go perfectly.
What kind of boots am I wearing?
What kind of boots are you wearing? I'm just wearing, like, normal boots. This is very AR. This outfit is very ARR. Keyboard work.
It's a little tricky getting up on these things.
Hello, Jubilant Loperit. The other guy didn't understand what sexy or bloodlust was. I need you to fix this. Tell me, it needs to be sexy and it needs to be good for bloodlust.
Try something a little different than these, please.
What do you have in mind? I need something altogether different. Sexy and bloodlust. I think I can handle that. Let's see. This should do. Some of my best work yet. You're a strange one, aren't you? I honestly wasn't sure what to do when you didn't ask for anything specific. I take my work seriously, however, and I'm never one to disappoint. That ensemble's a blend of concepts from myriad professions, all-purpose attire for the modern woman of Aetheris. I was worried the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Why don't you go show Living Way? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. I mean, this feels like it will... It feels like this outfit will stand up to the blood better. But also... It is not sexy, and it is not terrifying. So I guess I need to go speak to their manager. And that's what Living Way is. Living Way. Your people do not understand the concepts of sexiness or terror. My, don't we look splendid? No. The result of much trial and error, and I know quality work when I see it. You don't need to speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and we Loperits in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creations. I mean, it's probably fine, but... What the hell? Sorry to have kept you waiting. I do not like being twinsies with Thancred. They insisted we sample all their concepts ere we returned. Verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. Urianger. No. I think it's past time we returned these clothes. Wow, get out of there, clothes. I was so confident our garments would meet your approval. What were we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that, in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern tastes by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetheris, they'll most certainly have need of your attire. It is clear you spared no effort addressing our needs, but you must understand we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by tradition or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we'd memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it's for your benefit when you're better off on your own. There are some who might agree. People who prefer to keep others at arm's length even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris, and the salvation of the people of that star, and that star alone, has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than divide our efforts among 14 and risk failing them all. I suppose you're right. Livingway, might we have leave to explore the Bestways burrow unattended? You've given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There's actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Fidgeting loporets. What are you up to? My apologies, I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Aetheris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Aetheris refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. When you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is. I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon. Bye! I think I'm going to go back to my sexy outfit when we get back out of the combat area, because as cute as this top is, I feel like it needs work before I can make it work, you know? I don't even know where Ura went. And there we go. Up, up, up. And... what do we think, chat? Should I go back to 16? Should I try 15 on for size? Or should I go 1? Let's go 15. Perfect. Because these lovely bunnies don't understand your particular one. 1 is my favorite. That's why it's number 1. But We need to teach these bunnies what bloodlust looks like in fashion. And really, is there any outfit out there that better screams bloodlust? See, it's all nice leather, and there's plenty of space because it's easier to wash blood off of your skin. So it's all nice and easy that way. You can take a nice bath later. Hi, Growing Way. We're here. You're really here. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Gobo. Gobo Bar. Gobo Bar, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, Gobo will be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready. Wow.
Ready in the teleporter.
One of us is gonna have to change.
What do you mean,
And
one of
it's
us?
all of us.
What?
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Thanks, bestie. Where are we now?
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Oriange, what are you doing? Also, I need to take a moment and just go, oh my gosh, because this is a nice look. This was working for the cutscene.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Etheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Or quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
Dang, she just character assassinated
And
Oriange
so
right
fate
there.
doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Like, I haven't caught up yet, but...
Come again?
Living Way, you just character assassinated Oriange and you don't even know it.
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me!
No, that
dear
was not the
me!
voice I expected.
I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Oh, there I go.
One moment, Growing Way. I think I need to kick Uriange's ass. Please be patient. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. Shame you couldn't see it, though. You really would have liked it. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we wake up, we have a long discussion about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Aetheris wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flame of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Caratorium, but wait till you see what's waiting at the east end of the burrow. Follow me! I guess we're not kicking Uriange's ass yet.
So, what does it mean for a character assassination?
She just, like, listed off all of Uriange's flaws. Like, we want to talk to you because you're just the sort of manipulative asshole who understands that sometimes we have to kill people.
Ooh.
When Uriange's like, okay, let's talk. Hello, little one. Got you here. Through this door is the greatest Ensvale. It was named as such because the Vale to end all vales, the most beautiful forest you'll ever see. When said the people of Aetheris enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain? This way. Ooh, they have a forest in here. Neat. I love. We're about to see the beautiful forest they have on the moon. With more gay crystals. I like the gay crystals. I have to hydrate. Well, fine, I drink some water. And the bunnies did not understand what the concept of bloodlust was, so I had to pick my outfit to show the embodiment of bloodlust to these cute little buns. Not sure that this counts as a natural forest. That's not even AstroTurf. I mean, it's cute, but this is not what I was advertised. And as my IRL feed Julian says about Magic the Gathering cubes, what's really, really important is to set expectations. If the expectation is fulfilled, then it'll be happy. But if everyone expects a forest and they get green tile and whatever the hell these things are, They're gonna be mad. Even if those things are really neat. Growing Way, your forest sucks. So what do you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? Your forest isn't a forest.
Like, it's pretty, but it's not a forest.
I did. You don't mean those. I didn't see a forest or a tree. There's nothing. Nah. Oh, you're pulling my tail. You're in the forest right now. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before. Let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, the place produces air as clean as you'd find in any forest on Etheirys. The fountain here behind us, powered by a rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much of the time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself. Big stretch. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight worthy of the years spent building this place. Growing Way, are you flirting? It's not too much to ask. There's always a dream of mine to take a walk through the forest with someone from Etheirys. Could we maybe... Did you just ask me on a date? Oh, you will? Oh, be still my quivering whiskers. Unexpected date with a bunny rabbit. Let's go.
Has this rabbit been informed you're not a child, or...
I sure hope so. So, tell me about the intention here, Growing Way. I was thinking, Gobo, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiark, and there's absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Hydaelyn gave us our first task. Furnish the moon with a propulsion system capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is. But it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Hydaelyn shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. I have no intention of shifting to walking for this. No. Bunny Rabbit can run and keep up. Come on. Come on. Pant, pant, Growing Way. Tell me about this thing. Ask if you can taste the rainbow crystal. What? Oh no, I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals on Etheirys, but we don't eat them, and certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like this to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium, just like Gaia. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Hydaelyn's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Etheirys. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example. But simply the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. Of course, this was necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiark in check. I see. That's going to be a problem in the long term. We're going to have to address that. Well, this may come as a surprise. We didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't a work you dare rush, either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting subsystems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, when that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Etheirys, the Allagan's mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiark. All we could do was stand by and brace for the worst. I can't tell you How relieved we were when Hydaelyn informed us of its instruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming on that day. Hundreds of thousands of people died. Growing way. You are failing this dating event, Growing Way. I hope you know.
Can I taste the rainbow crystal?
For real. For real. They look so yummy. So far this guy has rambled on about his work, bragged about how much older he is than me, told me I can't eat the rainbow crystal, and then said it was a happy day when hundreds of thousands of people died. Growing Way.
Oh dear.
Hey, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're crystals and not trees. I'll give you a hint. It's golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to the body. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or a close approximation of it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? When if you closely, you'll see the different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest is truly the greatest. So you say. Was there something else I wanted to tell you about? Oh, right. The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew nothing about the present-day people of Aetheris. Why not go and visit Aetheris yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Hydaelyn. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her find people on Aetheris we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. Aww. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Hydaelyn would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and through her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and the means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you'd like the greatest Ensvale. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk to the forest, but it meant a lot to me. And maybe we could do it again next hi, your friends are here. There you are. I take it you've already received the grand tour? Shame we missed it. Growing Way, I've been looking all over for you. Is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I'll be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, if you insist. We won't be away long, so you're all more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now come along, Growing Way. Bye! Bye! Before we arrived, you seemed in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? Men are stupid and horny up here, too. I represent that remark. I'm sorry, I'm being mean to Thancred. They spent 12,000 years preparing for this? With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who'd readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they're possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will be met with a great deal of resistance. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. Forgive me, my friends, but I must beg your leave. There's another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you'll excuse me. You're being sus, Urianger. You're being sus. Stola, Urianger is being sus. It is clear now how difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Aetherius is indeed crucial, but I'm not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I'm not alone in my reticence. Back to old tricks, with an ominous Urianger. Does Urianger seem strange to you? More so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Will you go see if he's alright? Stoll and I will remain here and see what else we can learn of the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. Let us go and catch up to him.
There's an ether current here.
There is? I've already decided I'm going to have an ether current stream later, so I'm not going to worry about them now. But I do look forward to coming back and unlocking Flight Upon the Moon.
How the heck do I even get to it?
I see someone unlocked Flight Upon the Moon already. Where has Urianger gone? Surveying, surveying. Up he goes. Avoiding the teleporters to avoid any potential log of his travels. Truly, Urianger's cunning knows no bounds. He took the stairs instead of the teleporter.
What is this even used for?
Hello, Halabali. Urianger. Gasp. Tread carefully, else he might sense our presence. Oriange. No, you'll be seeing Halabali. Don't let Oriange spot us. Oh no, I got caught. I got caught because my controls. Where? I'm gonna try unplugging and replugging my mouse, see if that helps. That seems to help a little. I can see why people were telling me, though, these were frustrating, because these are kind of frustrating.
Losing it.
And he goes up, takes a look around, goes, is someone following us? And we're just like, nope. Can't see our sights sticking out from over the rock. Sneaking across the way. Who's there? No one. Relax. You can't see me. I'm behind a rock. I found you here, Oriange. Let's have a chit chat, buddy. Just you and me and the sharpened end of my scythe.
I was thinking in the moon, but okay.
Thine arrival is timely as ever. Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Livingway, I presume?
Mm-hmm. Didn't catch the end. Growing Away got in the way.
'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity. When Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life, I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Minfilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives. Ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction.
Oh?
Dearest Moonbringer, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today. Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Sometimes there's no right answer. Sometimes you just have to be bad at math.
I am not alone in my
And
discomfort.
oh boy, am I bad at math.
I have a degree in math. That's how you know I'm bad at it.
Tis surprising, though perhaps not. We Scions are wont to debate strategy at length, but are resolute and unwavering in execution. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf.
Just keep us in the loop this time, okay,
Dispense with
boy?
all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
What are they saying?
He's gonna punch them.
I've had bugger all. No matter. We've got our plans.
What are the bunnies scheming? Understood, Halabali. In truth, my reason for traveling hither was to effect a plan of mine own, a plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone, that failure, should it come, would be mine to bear alone. That thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twouldst be remiss of me to refuse thy amity. So I ask, wouldst thou join in mine endeavor? Heck yeah, give me those boots. We'll open them later. And gloves! We got a whole outfit. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan, in truth. We shall not be long away from the Bestways Burrow. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Atheris. To make clear our resolve to Loporrits, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Ah, I understand this all too well from my crafting work. Come to the market board! What do you mean, Urianger? What do you mean that the ingredient is millions of gil on the market board? Ugh. Gatherer time. An abundance of spungoi. Excellent. I chanced to spy this aggregation when crossing Zodiac's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught me by the Nomo, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch while I perform this incantation? Sure.
Alright. Oh, hello. Oh, there's more of them. Any more? Yep.
It's been a month, but I still got the push buttons capability. No sign of potential threats. It's a grand opportunity to see how Urianger is faring. Urianger, how goes playing with sponges? Fixated on his work. He got that autism, and that's why we love him. There, 'tis done. A magic ink, every ounce as efficacious as that crafted by the Numo. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is, admittedly, possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Loporrits will appreciate. Kobo, Urianger, thank goodness, I thought you'd been eaten or fallen in a crater. Y'shtola has been looking all over for you, Gobo. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Gobo alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind her, Urianger. But worry not, it just so happens we need your help with an errand, delivering a package from Watcher's Palace to Bestway's Barrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor Loporrits, and we'd be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. Well, how about I give you an extra pair of hands before I go meet with Y'shtola? I can teleport, after all. I've attuned. Oh no, that won't be necessary. Urianger's help will be more than suffice. And I'm sure you don't want to risk getting on Y'shtola's bad side by keeping her waiting. She seems prickly. Now off with you. Worry not, Gobo. I shan't be long.
Alright then.
How do we get back?
Yeah, that's right. We gotta.
Over there.
We should. Huh?
We should not go deeper into the cave.
I was thinking, you know what? We should probably just teleport. That seems like an emergency after all. We don't want to keep Y'shtola waiting.
So true.
Yeah.
Y'shtola! We're coming! We're ready! We're ready for this dire circumstance. Thancred, why are your arms not out? Everything's alright with Urianger then. That's a relief. Growing way? Back so soon? Not for you. Ishtola, what's the emergency? Oh, Gobbo, we thought you'd be away for far longer. What's the emergency? An emergency? I said no such thing. But as you're here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Running Way, a companion of Growing Ways, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. Problem, however, is he's determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anything where he's likely to stop and rest, or a way to slow him down? Well, what's the rush? I was thinking we could wait here, enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice, and... No? Well, if it's that important, you try using these balls of moose flesh. Not to be consumed with the other thing. Running Way's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd. And when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Crude, but it proves effective. He was here in the Great Ansvale when last we saw him. Let's split up and find him. Right, so first to the surgery. Right, balls have been removed and are now in my hands. I love the Loporrits. They gave me bottom surgery. They are most helpful. Of course, now I have a dragon down there because they didn't understand, you know, any one thing from another, but I don't know where I'm going with this bit. Just that I'm going to chuck my balls at Running Way. Whoop. Unassuming Loporrit. Gotcha! Oh, that's smart. So if it's meant to be a joke, it isn't funny. I only wasted one. You need to sit down. We have to have a conversation. I'm Running Way. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of moose flesh? I need you to sit down and have a chat. Well, I am highly knowledgeable about the final days. That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we've got time to look in the final days when there's so much to do before the Great Voyage. It's true the Hydaelyn did impart us some knowledge of the event, but I know as much as any other Loporrit around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they'd better hope I don't get their paws on them. My paws on them. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help, but there's nothing else. I've got work to do. And I'm off! Growing Way seems full of shit. Living Way seems full of shit. The Loporrits are full of shit.
And they are perfect for punting.
Shall we go do some cuteness aggression? Growing Way. Oh no, you caught him. I mean, well done, you. Oh no, Growing Way says. Growing Way's in on the scheme. Any luck? I tried near the entrance, but there was no sign of him. Oh, he got a face full of my balls, and we've got a conspiracy going. Stola. We've got a conspiracy. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? Smacked him in the face with my balls. We got a conspiracy going. So he knows no more than the others. Can you care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yes, that's it. I misremembered. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urianger? I assume you spoke with him earlier. Did he say when he'll be returning? after he helps carry a package that they refused my help for, on his way to the Watcher's Palace with their living away. Between Growingway's sudden lapse of memory and our other lack of other needs, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urianger a hand. What? Oh, now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including that pertaining to the final days. And here's a pair of gloves to please don't murder me. If some scheme was afoot, surely Urianger would be the first to see through it. And again, he does tend to give others the benefit of the doubt. I'm beginning to grow tired of these games. Me too. Growingway? Take us to Livingway. Oh, what to do? I promised Livingway I would help, but... and I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing, so follow me. If this is a dead end, Growingway, your name will become Dyingway. No appreciation.
On the wall way.
Yeah. Staying on the quote-unquote grass way.
Did I take the right turn? I think I took the wrong turn.
I suspect the Loporits are up to something, but if there's aught to be learned of the final days, I think it's best we play along, for now at least. Aha. Off we go. Gonna go beat up Growingway. Moping Way?
Gotta take the high stairs. Or the ramp in this case. The steep ramps.
Don't we have the teleporter?
Oh.
I'm gonna try and use this teleporter. I don't care about if they know that I've been teleporting. They can keep logs of my comings and going. What are they gonna do? They're a bunch of little bunny rabbits. Where's this teleporter? Are you the teleporter? That is not the teleporter.
Maybe they've been shut down to prevent further accidents until the dorms are completed.
It's shut down. That's frustrating. Fine, we'll go up the stairs ourselves. How do we even know this spaceship functions with all the ways that these little bunnies screw up? Are they trying to hide that the spaceship doesn't work? Is that what they're trying to do? Alrighty then. Stola, what do you have to say? What other knowledge do you suppose we could glean from their archives? The architecture of this place is impressive, though more than a little confusing to navigate. Is it too much to ask for clearly marked exits, or a map, perhaps? So true, Growingway. Are you wasting any more of my time? I can show you what bloodlust means outside of my fashion. The archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go find whoever has the key. Growing Way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Etheirys, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We'd hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. Ah, so that's Living Way's game. Run us about in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urianger. He understands what's at stake, what must be done. I fear you've misjudged us, Growing Way. Never have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Etheirys and her reflections to their doom. If there's a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Etheirys will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. Sorry, I cannot let you leave. We just can't. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let's reconvene where Argos awaits outside. Time to beat up some bunnies.